Welcome back, everybody, to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise. So today we're going to do week 12 and 13. We're going to do a double game episode here today. Try to get closer. Right now, 9-1. This is a huge game, though. 7-3 Chargers. This is big because if we can beat them, we'll face them in a couple weeks from here. There's a chance we can clinch the division by that second game, really, if the way things kind of like work out. So this is huge to try to get a win here against this Chargers team, which started off the season so well. They had a little down where they lost a couple in a row, and now 7-3. This is a chance for them to really get back into the division, just get a game out and get a victory over us. So this is huge. On the road, I know LA, that stadium, sometimes you can, especially Raiders fans out there, they're going to be piled in, so it's not really that much of a home field advantage for the Chargers, but this is a big game, a very talented team, no doubt about it, and we're dealing with some injuries as Parsons is going to be out and Luke Burke, both with dislocated wrist. Obviously, Michael Mayer, Jalen Waddle out on the offensive side. So right now, the injuries are starting to pile up. We've seen this happen before later in the seasons where the injuries just start to happen. You know, guys are a little bit more tired, a little more fatigued, a little more banged up. It happens. So we're dealing with some defensive injuries here today. Hopefully we have enough depth to the linebacker position. Don't really have to worry about that. We'll have to do some damage on the defensive side. Lloyd Sweat's going to have to step up and fill in there for Parsons. So here we go. Let's get into this game. Obviously, two games are going to go a little bit quicker in these games. 2nd and 10. Herbert going up top, and that's going to be knocked away. Nice job there by Tyreek Patterson. That is going to fall incomplete. Brings up a quick 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Herbert back to throw, looking for a screen pass, but Amari Burney is all over it. DeAndre Swift going to come up with nothing at all. Actually loses 3 yards. It's a quick 3 and out for this Chargers offense. 2nd down and 12 now for Max Sampson in this Raiders offense, and there's nobody in front of him. He's just going to take off and has a huge gain up to the 32-yard line. That's without Jalen Waddle, no Michael Mayer. You know, how does the offense react? They reacted well last week when he went down earlier in the game, so hopefully it's kind of the same as Jalen Jenkins making some nice moves, making defenders miss, and he's down to the 18-yard line, trying to get off to a good start, which is something we're definitely used to. This offense has been rolling pretty much the entire season. 2nd and 6. Rolling out. Sampson fires wide open man down the field is Amari Cooper, and he's in for the touchdown. We'll take a 7-0 early lead. Greg Walters, our right tackle, a little bit shaken up, so hopefully he is okay as the defense gets it back on the field. And DeAndre Swift's got some really good running room, but the yellow is on the field, and that is going to be a holding call. You get those outside runs sometimes. That's what happens. Defenders try to get away from the tackles, and they just happen to hold. As Quentin Johnston with the grab, breaking off a tackle. He's up to the 46-yard line and has a Chargers 1st down, trying to answer back from that touchdown. 3rd and 5. We're bringing some heat. Underneath, dropped, and that should have been caught. Should have been a 1st down, but it's a drop and a punt. Offense back on the field. Over the middle, caught. Trey Tucker with the grab. Obviously now with no Jalen Waddle, he's going to be more of your slot guy. Guy that's going to have to step up, and he really has this season. When Joseph Good was out, he played absolutely fantastic. So I have definitely plenty of faith in Trey Tucker, no doubt about it. And there's Joseph Good with the grab. 1st down. 1st and 10. Sampson, plenty of time off the play action, floating it up, and Charlie Kohler's got the grab, and that's a 1st down to the 32-yard line. Now Kohler's going to get his opportunity with Mayer out for the next 4 weeks. 2nd and 7. Sampson, look out, pressure coming, ball is loose, and the Chargers are going to recover it. So a big stop for this Chargers defense, getting the turnover. Sampson, in this case, has got to take care of the ball a little bit more than that. I mean, he kind of just gave that up a little bit too easy. So 2nd and 4, good field position for this Chargers offense. That's going to be a grab, a catch, and a 1st down up to the 40-yard line. So the Chargers trying to answer back, getting the help from the turnover. And now a big 3rd and 9. Herbert firing and finds Pierce. Oh, man. That was outstanding because the coverage from Oliver was it was so good. He was right there, but just a better throw, better catch. And another 3rd down for this offense. And look who it is again. Pierce again with the grab down to the 4. Give him 21 yards. Herbert looking pretty solid here early on. 3rd and goal, they try to put it in. From pretty much the 1. Throws to the outside, and it's been Pierce this entire drive here. 2 key 3rd down catches, and now the touchdown. And the Chargers have tied this ball game up at 7 apiece. So with 8:35 left here in this first half, you can see the offense. We've only had a couple of possessions, but something is a little off right now. This Chargers defense, I guess I'll give them a little bit of a credit. They are playing very, very well, but now without Waddle in the game, it just doesn't seem the same, as that one's going to be picked off. There is a flag. JCG, the interception. He'll be brought down around the 10-yard line, but we have to wait and see what this flag is going to be, and it's actually going to be pass interference on Jackson. So take that pick back. We'll get the automatic first down. A little bit of contact before the ball got there. We'll take the penalty. As Derrick Henry has got plenty to try to, get the run game going. Yeah, maybe that's our answer right now, because it looks like the Chargers are beating us in the pass rush at the moment. So maybe utilize this run game a little bit more. And there you go to the outside. We got plenty of running room. Henry with the carry. Another first down. Gain of 20 to 29. So maybe we'll just have to beat him in the run game, which, said before, this offense, we can beat you in many different ways. So we can definitely conform to that if we have to. We're going to play action now off that. Sampson looking down the field. Has an open man. Tucker, touchdown. That's what'll happen. If we can run the ball like we can, I mean, that's just going to open up that play action, and you got Trey Tucker in there, who is absolutely wide open, puts it in for the touchdown, and we'll regain the lead here, 14-7. About 6 minutes left here in this first half. Herbert rolling out, just dumps it off underneath to, couldn't tell who that was, but Adafe Owe, man, just absolutely laid him out. And now a 3rd and 14. Herbert back to throw, looking, can't find anybody down the field. He'll just throw it away incomplete. And that is a quick 3-and-out punt for this Chargers offense. So with 3:20 left here in this first half, a chance to extend this lead. 1st and 10, you got Jenkins in the backfield getting some really good blocks. And then he's off to the races. Jenkins room in front of him. He'll be out of bounds there by Derwin James. But a big gain up to the 27-yard line. And you know what? The way the running game's going, I don't see why we just don't stick with it. Now we're going to read option. And look at this. Just one man to beat for Sampson. He won't be able to beat him. Bosa's going to be a little bit shaken up for this Chargers defense. But down to the 7. And, man, the outside right now is just wide open in the running game. Now a 1st and goal. Sampson outside. Kohler's got it, and he's in for the touchdown. All right, we'll take that one. Build this back up to a 2-score lead now, 21-7. But the run game right now, the catalyst for getting this offense going. Less than a minute left in this first half. Chargers in some dangerous territory. Look out, Sweat. That is not a safety. They're going to say he was just outside for progression. But look at this field position now. Look out. Blitz coming. Over the middle. Amari Cooper's got the grab. He's down to the 21. We have no timeouts left. But we'll get up to the line. Spike the ball. Bring out Carlson here for about a 38-yard, maybe 37-yard field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. So we get the points. Great way to end the half. 24-7 is going to be our lead going into halftime. So just let you know, and that's that quarter. It was 7-7, and just we get 17 points out of nowhere to take a 17-point lead. Run game looking very, very good. You can see we already have 171 yards rushing at halftime. Will the Chargers be able to slow it down? Let's take a look around the league. Let's go to Arizona. 14-0 lead for the Broncos. Cardinals kind of dropping back a little bit. They have it still a fantastic, talented team, a very young team. But right now, they're kind of coming back to the pack for sure. Titans with a 20-7 win. Titans right now looking maybe for the division. Obviously still early on with the Fields. And, you know, you got a pretty solid team over there. So 7-5 they go. So we'll have to watch out for the Titans, a team we haven't really seen much of. But let's get into this second half. 3rd down and 9, and it's not going to start off well, as that is going to be a sack. Sampson goes down, and that is going to be a quick 3-and-out. See, the Chargers already have 5 sacks in this game. So what can their offense do? Herbert, speaking of sacks, see you later. That is Sweat again. Man, he is having himself a game with Parsons out. Definitely have to think about getting him some more playing time. 3rd down and 9. Blitz comes, and it's going to be put down there by Owe. It was actually Cam Oliver who had the initial pressure there on that nickel blitz, but Owe cleans it up. Man, nothing but sacks so far here in this second half. So we hand to Derrick Henry, and that outside is just working all day. They just they don't have an answer for it right now. They cannot defend outside runs. 1st down there for Henry. 2nd and 7. We're going to set up a screen pass. Oh, man, what a block there on the outside, I believe. Was that Colton Miller with the block? Man, he just absolutely laid out the defender. 1st down there for Jalen Jenkins. And now down to the 23. Underneath, Joseph Good. Can he get to the end zone? They're going to say no. Maybe out at the inch line. I don't know how he didn't get in there for the touchdown. Don't understand that. But a 3rd and goal now. Sampson to throw, and a wide open Joseph Good for the touchdown. You know, we get him the touchdown. He should have had it there in that other one, but we needed 4 touchdown passes for Max Sampson to reach the goal this week, and we got it. 4 touchdown passes, 1 to Cooper, 1 to Good, 1 to Tucker, and 1 to Charlie Kohler. So spreading the ball around, and man, we come with Cam Oliver again on the blitz. And that works out perfectly as we're going to head into the 4th quarter. 31-7 lead. Looks like we got this one pretty much good to go. Still a whole quarter, so you just never know. But with our defense, I just completely doubt that. As he's going to have to throw that one away. It's going to bring up a 4th and 18. Obviously, you're going to have to go for it here in the 4th quarter. Down 24 points. You really have no choice. We're just bringing 3. Looking down the field. He's going to roll out. He has room to run in front of him, but he wants to throw it. He throws it in. Quentin, are you kidding me? Was that Quentin Johnston? Yeah, with the grab. Unbelievable play. Are you kidding me? Throws crossbody into coverage. Johnston comes down with the grab on a 4th and 18, and then he's going to come away with a touchdown grab. Wow, okay. That was a wild last couple plays. Looked like we had it pretty much dead to rights. And they come up with a miracle play on 4th down, now going for 2. Herbert's going to try to run this. That's not going to work out at all. Bernie all over it. So they get the touchdown. It's a 31-13 lead. First, I thought they were going to onside kick it, but they do not. Just kick the ball off, trusting their defense. And the way our running game has been going, though, I mean, you might get this ball back, but maybe with like 2 minutes left in the game and then down another score. 2nd and 1. Just go back to the run, cut it up, get as much as you can. Bam, 1st down, move the chains. Let that clock to continue to roll. Try to stay healthy here as well. 6 minutes left in this game. Here comes the blitz. Over the middle, wide open man is Trey Tucker. That is a big 1st down. Clock just continues to roll. We're up to the 37-yard line. Pretty much in field goal range for Carlson. As we're going to keep it with Sampson. Getting around the edge, using that speed. He tries to slide down, but gets caught up in that animation, man. That puts him out of bounds. That would have been inbounds clock running, so we kind of got a little screwed over there. As Derrick Henry with the carry, breaks off a tackle, and Henry in for the touchdown. So, we didn't take as much time off as the clock as I wanted to, but we got the clock running. We go down, we get the touchdown, and really, I would say put this game out of the reach here for this Chargers team. So, looks like we're going to come out of here with another victory. We continue to roll here, and that would be it. They would add a touchdown late. Final score is going to be 38-20, but hey, that's all right. I don't mind. The garbage time touchdowns, whatever. But that's going to be a win, victory here in LA, another division victory. So actually, our next game against the Chargers will be our last game in the division of the season. But look at this game from Sampson. 11 completions for 4 touchdowns. Just about a perfect rating. After a while, it was like, let's just run the ball. So you can see 16 attempt for Jenkins, 14 for Henry. Sampson had 6 as well. So just, run the ball. They couldn't stop it. Play action off it. And it's really cool to see 4 guys having touchdowns. So that was really good to see. Defense did what they needed to do. That miracle 4th down play added a touchdown. But Lloyd Sweat with 3 sacks in the absence of Parsons. Great game from him. That is good to see. like I said, just got to get him on the field. He is on the field, but, I mean, with that game, I think we get him on the field a little bit more. Let's see what we get here for, actually, I don't think I've ever had this scenario here. So we're going to get +5 break sack, throw under pressure for Max Sampson the next 2 games. So that is awesome. So as you can see, we have won 8 in a row. We are 10-1. Chiefs and Chargers at 7-4. They have a game coming up, I believe, this week, which we will see the result, obviously, because we're going to get into the next game here. There is a possibility, like I said earlier, I think in a couple weeks, I think the Chargers would have to win. If the Chargers beat the Chiefs, and then the next week we beat the Chargers, that would put us at 12 wins. That would put them at 5 losses, and the Chiefs, I think, at 5 losses, depending if they would, whatever they did the following week. That would be the division, because even if we lose out, it doesn't really matter because we have the tie break. So, win these next 2 games, you are division champs. But speaking of injuries, Kyle Juszczyk is out, so our fullback out of the game. Joseph Good, PCL sprain, he is out of the game. Man, this is going to be an interesting game coming up here. It really is. And then looks like Eric Armstead's out for turf toe, David Long's out for a hip pointer, and Tyreek Patterson's out for a quad strain. So right now our wide receivers and our corners are running thin. We're going to bring Angelo Fitzsimmons back up from the practice squad. We need receivers. Wow, because we would have been going into this game with 3 receivers. It would have been Amari Cooper, Trey Tucker, and Austin Dawson. I couldn't think of it for a second. Austin Dawson, that's it. That's all we had. So Fitzsimmons comes up. He's definitely going to get playing time. And at the corner position, we're only rolling with 3 corners. So Christopher Smith might have to play a little dime corner today. Man, this one is going to be a rough one, I'm thinking. This is going to be interesting to see how this offense works out. We might have to rely on the run game again. But if Denver knows all these guys are out, we're missing this in the pass game. I mean, take a look at that. They're definitely going to be stacking the box. So here we go. How are we going to fare here in Denver? This could be, it's not really, I would say, a trap game. I don't count division games as trap games. Division games are always going to be a tough-fought game. But with the injuries we're dealing with right now, this is crazy. As around the outside is Jalen Jenkins. Room to run. And Surtain Jr. is going to bring him down at the 17, but that's what we need to see. We need to see the run game really just take over this game, be the catalyst for this offense, because in the receiving game, right now, I'm not sure what we're going to get. Play action, rollout, Sampson, and that's going to be Matt Samuels with the grab and a touchdown. I believe that's his first career touchdown for Matt Samuels. I have had no success with this guy. Every time I've tried to get him the ball, it is a dropped pass. And I didn't know what happened. That's why he's not been on the field very much. I just haven't seen anything from him. And now with the injury, obviously, to Mayer, he gets on the field. He makes a play, a touchdown. Great to see. 7-0 lead. As Javonte Williams around the edge, he's got a room. He's got a first down up to the 45-yard line. So, I'd rather see them run the ball here as Williams again, and he'll be brought down. I think Burke got a piece of him, and they just fell back because we're super thin at corners today. Super thin. So, that's not exploited. He's going to rely on that pass rush as well. Gets to Daniel Jones. He has to just dump it off, and that will be a stop and a punt. So, yeah, you're going to have Dawson and Fitzsimmons. At least they'll have a chance here. They got a chance to do something, as that's going to be a sack. Browning there to bring him down. So that's a quick 3 and out. But they'll get their shots today. They'll get their shots to make, a name for themselves for sure. We're going to try to get Denver off the field real quick again. 3rd and 8 for Daniel Jones, and he's going to throw it away. Pressure in his face. Nobody really open. Nice job defense. I think the defense, this might be one of those games it's up to them. I don't know how much we're going to really put on the, the scoreboard for sure. As you can see, they're starting to stack the box, and now Jalen Jenkins is shaken up. Yeah, if Jenkins goes down, we'll just have 2 running backs. 3rd and 7. Sampson looking, and that is caught by Dawson. He's got a first down up to the 39-yard line. They're not the greatest route runners, Tim and Fitzsimmons, but they got some speed. So when you got those speedy receivers, we just need protection. And you can see now, Henry somehow cuts it to the outside, but, I mean, they had at least 8 in the box there. They know we don't have the weapons right now on the outside. Okay, Jalen Jenkins will return. That is good to see. You can sigh of relief, no major injury there. But a 3rd down and 9 over the middle is Trey Tucker, and they're going to say no. I don't know about that spot. Yeah, we're going to go for it anyway, but still, that should have been a 1st down. 4th and inches, go to Henry, and he's got room, and he's got a 1st down. So that's what's going to be interesting on those plays as well without Kyle Juszczyk in the game. You know, we're going to have to use Samuels maybe as a blocker, as now Jaden Fleming getting a carry. He's up to the 22-yard line and a 1st down. So I think if Jenkins returns, it's more than likely going to be in the second half. Wide open, Kohler, grab. Beats Simmons in coverage, down to the 4. So it's going to be Fleming and Henry right now for the rest of this half, I would suspect. As we move into the second quarter. 2nd and goal here from the 3. Sampson, look out, pressure coming, gets away from one, but won't get away from the second one. Man, not what you want to see. So a 3rd down and goal now from the 10. Just be careful with this ball. You want to at least get 3 out of this. Sampson, and that's going to be incomplete. Pressure was there. All right, well, we'll get at least 3 points, 10-0 lead. Now what can this Denver offense do? As that's going to be a nice catch there by Dolchik. Man, every time there's a catch made with Cam Oliver with the coverage, he is just on them. It's just the catch is made. He makes some really nice plays, though, as Deebo Samuel forgot the Denver Broncos picked him up in the offseason, but he is a little bit shaken up. Makes the grab, though, just short of the 1st. 2nd and 1. Jones, have to watch that. He has still that athletic ability to take off and make some big plays with his legs. Has the 1st down there, but a 3rd down and 9 will bring some heat. Going to the outside, and that's going to be caught, complete, and a 1st down to the 14-yard line. Tried some press coverage there with Oliver. Did not work. It gets beat, as I'm just giving him a little bit of praise a moment ago. And now underneath, Dolchich is just wide open. Somehow does not get in, but he's down to the 1-yard line as Denver trying to put this to a 10-7 game. After a false start, back to the 5. 1st and 5, the hand of Williams. Cuts around the edge, and he's in for the touchdown. And Denver has made this a game. So right now, with those injuries coming into this game, we've been dominating the entire season. But we are really banged up. If there is a game we could possibly... I know, to me, there's no such thing as upsets in the NFL. I don't care if you're a 15-1 team and a 1-15. I don't care. NFL, there's no upsets. Pros are pros. Guys are playing. I just don't care. I mean, there's no such thing, in my opinion, any given Sunday. But right now, if there's one of those games, it's this one, and that one's going to fall incomplete, and that's going to be a Denver stop, and we're going to have to punt again. But this could be one of those games. No doubt about it, because we're in a tough spot right now. If we get a nice punt there from Cole, this one looks very, very... Man, look at this punt. Down to the 1-yard line as Ron Lang now shaken up. But what a punt from Cole. Now play action. Look out, and Daniel Jones. He had a man open there underneath, but he just is like, I'm getting rid of that ball immediately. And Lang has a torn labrum. All right, well, that's no good. Injuries continue to pile up. 3rd and 10. They're just going to hand to Williams. Williams just barely gets out of the end zone. Not a safety. LJ Fort with the tackle, but this is going to be a big-time punt here. And now we get some really good field position. So because of that punt from Cole, this is going to get some good field position. And now Sampson's got room to run. Makes Simmons miss there for a second, but he'll come back, get the tackle, 1st down for the 39. Once again, we're going to have to utilize all aspects of the run game, even Sampson, which we really haven't done this entire season. He has been more of a passing type situation, just maybe scramble guy, but I think right now we're going to have to utilize his legs, no doubt about it, in more read option situations. Nice run there by Henry. Keep it again, Sampson. And Sampson around the edge looking for one block, and he'll be down at the 5-yard line. Hey, if they're not going to, they're going to really key on Henry right now, we'll take advantage of that. First and goal. Henry cuts it up, and Derrick Henry's in for the touchdown. So Henry in, and you know what? This is a crazy thing to see this year. But more than likely, Henry's very close to 1,000 yards. I believe he has close to, I think he's over double-digit touchdowns now. We're going to have 2 running backs with 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns. How insane is that, just to think about how good this offense has been? And that's not even talking about the pass game, where Sampson more than likely is probably going to throw to close to 40 touchdowns. I mean, an insane season for this offense. It's just right now we're dealing with so many injuries. Let's just hope we don't deal with those injuries come playoff time, because that is where we want everybody healthy. And, you know, this is a Super Bowl team. This is easily a Super Bowl team. So can we please just stay healthy? 2nd and 10. Sampson over the middle. Caught Amari Cooper's got it. Second grab of the drive. Up to the 33-yard line. We'll call our second timeout here. At least want to get 3. Put this to a 20-7 lead at half. Sampson rolling out. Just going to take it himself. Get the first. Get out of bounds. We got 9 seconds. So we can maybe take one more shot. You know what? Nah. Forget it. Just kick the field goal here. Bring out Carlson. Kick is up. It is good. And we'll go into the halftime with a 20-7 lead. Not an easy 20 points. I know the yardage, the rushing yards, 139 at half. Seems very, very good. We've gotten some really good plays, but I'll tell you what. I feel like every first down, every yard we get is well earned. This Denver Broncos defense is playing very, very tough. So let's take a look at this big game. Chiefs with a 21-14 lead right now over the Chargers. Yeah, Mahomes 3 touchdowns. We'll see. I think it works in our favor. Yeah, if the Chargers win that game, and then we beat the Chargers next week, and that's your division. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the way. But now the Broncos offense gets the ball to start this second half, and Javonte Williams there with a first down run. The outside, nice play there. Jacorian Bennett knocks away. I'm looking down below. The Ravens have beaten the Steelers. So even if we do say, come out of here, we survive this game, get a victory, as that is going to be just thrown away, and somehow the Chargers come back and win that game, you know, Baltimore is still there. Now, we beat them earlier in the season, week number 1, so we have the tiebreak against them. But we can't make mistakes down the stretch, because right now it doesn't seem like they are. Field goal is up, and it is good, 20-10. So Denver gets 3 points to start off this second half. 1st and 10. Sampson rolling out, looking down the field, has a man. That's going to be Amari Cooper. He is in bounds, gets the 2 feet, gets the catch. Wish it would have been a little bit more. Probably would have had way more yardage, but just could not stay in bounds. But we get the first. Now hand this ball off to Jenkins. Cuts around the edge. Jenkins now back from injury. Picks up around 8 yards. Up to the 46 into Denver territory. So now a 1st and 10. Let's go back to Jenkins. There you go. Nice lane. Makes a man miss. Jenkins down to the 17. The duo with him and Derrick Henry, statistically, as I was just talking about earlier, might be one of the greatest duos of all time. It really could be. I mean, just unreal. I'm trying to think of duos. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there that, you know, if you comment down below. Me, I always think of Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson for the Chiefs. Those guys just were unbelievable. That's a bad pass by Sampson. It's picked off by Jamarcus Driver. Man, that's a difference maker play, because we would have gone up 17 points, and now it's still a 10-point game. Denver takes the ball over. Just a bad throw. Bad decision. Shouldn't have made it. Just keying on Cooper. Didn't work out, but yeah, other running back duos that were like super productive. I could obviously look it up, but man, that's like the first one for me that pops up in my head. I remember watching them, and it was just crazy because Priest Holmes. If you don't know too much about Priest Holmes, look up some of the years he had. Absolutely ridiculous. Held the touchdown records. That's going to be a sack for about a couple years before LaDainian Tomlinson took it over. But Priest Holmes and that Chiefs offense, Willie Rofe and company, man, they were outstanding. Priest Holmes is probably one of my favorite running backs of all time. And then they draft Larry Johnson out of Penn State, who just had a couple great years. He kind of, a running back he just gets worn out. after a while and goes down. But man, he had a lot of production. He was fantastic. And that duo was very, very good. I can't think of anybody else right now off the top of my head, but I know they were really good and they had some great years together. So we're trying to answer back here. Setting up a screen to Fitzsimmons, using that speed, getting really good blocks, and Angelo Fitzsimmons in for the touchdown. Well, that's what he can do. He's got the speed. Once he has a lane, he can take it to the house. Gets very good blocks on the outside. One from Trey Tucker to help clean it up. But look at these blocks. Tucker gets a couple of them. Walter's getting out there for a nice block. Great job. Touchdown. At least the pick doesn't come back to bite us right now. 27-10 is going to be your score here in the fourth quarter. So Denver really needs a score. Going up top, and that's going to be knocked away incomplete. Looking for Jerry Jeudy, but Oliver all over it. 3rd and 10. Jones to throw. And that's going to be caught. Jeudy this time comes away with a grab. Makes another man miss. And Jerry Jeudy is going to be all the way down to the 4. Well, didn't miss it that time. Makes a nice move down to the 4-yard line. Now a 1st and goal. Jones to Williams. Williams breaks off one tackle, but Fort will be there to bring him down. Actually, a loss of 1. They're going to, well, you always think 4 down here, but they still do need a field goal. Jones throwing, well, don't have to worry about that because wide open is Jeudy in the middle of the end zone for the touchdown. So the Broncos, not dead yet, put this back to a 10-point game and now trying to rely on their defense, which is absolutely stacking the box. And that's what can happen if you don't have those safeties back there. And Henry breaks this off for a big gain and a 1st down. They had 9 in the box. I mean, that was ridiculous. But that is what can happen, and that is going to be a pick. So that wasn't just a bad throw. That was I will be honest with you, wrong button thrown. Underneath, thought was the different button. Was going to go to the underneath receiver. Hit the wrong button, and it ends up being a pick. So I'm hoping that doesn't cost us here. Because it's only a 10-point game, and now Denver's offense is moving it here. Jones to throw. Underneath, that's going to be caught by Deebo Samuel. Samuel breaks off one tackle. Nice job by Merrick to bring him down because he breaks that tackle. There's nobody there. 5 minutes left. Can our defense hold on? And Max Crosby gets through when we need it the most. Crosby with some pressure, sack, 4th down and 9. Can we get the 4th down stop? Jones looking, fires, that's well over the head of Sutton, incomplete. Turnover on downs. You're now just trying to put this game away. Let's not let's not hit the wrong button again, having another pick. Let's just do what we can do, but that's not going to help. Sampson should have probably just given that to Jenkins, but does not. 3rd and 13, big play here. Sampson fires, caught, Kohler, 1st down. That is huge. Because now we don't have to obviously punt. We can just run this down to the 2-minute warning. A chance to run this game out. This Sampson's going to keep this one, and he is going to be just short of the 1st. That'll utilize Denver's 1st time out. 3rd and inches. Henry got it. 1st down. So obviously the game not technically over yet, but a 3rd down and 9. If we get a 1st, it's over. Sampson's going to keep it himself. Cuts it upfield. Makes a man miss. Slide down. Got it. 1st down to the 6-yard line. And now we can kneel this one away. And that is a hard-fought victory here in Denver, dealing with so many injuries, and we come away with a 27-17 win. I'm used to putting up 30 points per game, it seems like. Not today. Couple bad interceptions. The one was just an absolute mistake. The other one was just a bad decision on my part. But Sampson still 221, couple of touchdowns. We continue to run the ball well. I mean, Jenkins comes back in the second half, goes over 100. Henry just short of 100 with a touchdown. Sampson utilizes his legs a little bit more with 67 yards on the ground. And Charlie Kohler's really starting to become, a difference maker out there. A guy you can rely on. Kohler with that big third down grab, he's looking very, very good. And then Max Crosby with the huge sack on that third down. I mean, that was big, big time. Because if Denver at least gets a field goal, it's only a 7-point game. So a big job there. So let's take a look at this. So Lang's out for 4 weeks now with a torn labrum. Look how many injuries we have. Mayer and Waddle are a couple weeks away. Good was out for that week. Patterson out for that week. David Long out for that week. I mean, the injury report is pretty big. Juszczyk, so they'll all be back. But, man, a lot of guys out that week. That was maybe the most I've ever seen out. And take a look at this news. The Chargers end up coming back in the fourth quarter, beating the Chiefs 31-24. Herbert with a couple touchdowns. Mahomes, a really good game. 3 touchdowns. Cannot complain. Swift with 99 and a touchdown, but this is huge. So now, as I was saying earlier, if we beat this Chargers team coming up this week, this is the division. And then we can really rely on the number 1 seed. That's what we got to look at. But we look at this game ahead. If we can take down the Chargers, we're division champs. Because that'll put us at 12-1, them at 8-5. Chiefs already have 5 losses. Nobody can catch us. We got the tiebreakers over everybody. That would be it. So that would leave us 15, 16, 17, and 18. 4 weeks left to try to clinch that number 1 seed. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing, I might just do 1 game for this next episode and then go 15 and 16 from there. We'll see. Because I think this game is a little bit more important. It could be a really good game. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.